Okay, do-it-yourselfers, this is how to change your garbage disposal, obviously, using a Waste King from Amazon, one-third horsepower. They have a lot to select from. Um, but this is removing my old disposal, which I didn't know the new ones have a completely. If you get one that has the same kind of mounting system, you won't have to do what I'm doing right now. So it is an easy installation if you had the same mounting system, but I had to remove this. This is a little bit of extra work, but if somebody would have showed me, it would have been a lot easier. So that's why I'm showing you how to do this fairly easily just by taking, I tried to unscrew that. That didn't work, so I loosened the three screws on the bottom there, moved that ring around so I could get my screwdriver underneath that flange, and that came off. And then that snap ring just came off, as you saw, with the screwdriver. That wasn't too much effort. Just pop that out and that's done. And then I had a little bit underneath there. You can see the old seal still down in the sink there. I had to scrape. That was a little work too. That was probably the worst of it, just scraping that out to get a nice seal for the new part. So once you get this in, next time you need a disposal, you just buy the same brand and you won't have to pull that whole sink unit, which I have in my hand right there. Just it'll cut the time in probably at least a third, maybe even a half. So okay, this is just showing you how it attaches once you get that new ring up underneath the sink there. How it'll screw into that part. There's an opening right there, and those two notches I pointed into, which I'm going to show you right now, fit right into there. And you push down and you just twist it and it locks right in. And I discovered these on Amazon. They're very popular, so I decided to try it. It had a lot of great reviews, so I haven't used it yet, but going by the reviews, and it's easy to install once you get the old one out. There's the new ring with the rubber. You don't need any seal with this. It has a rubber. I've always put caulking down. That's how my dad taught me. On this one, the instructions say don't worry about that. So just make sure you have a clean sink. There's the bottom, obviously, and then there's a it looks like cardboard. It's not cardboard, but I forget what they call that. And then the ring. The ring has up arrows, but it's pretty obvious when you see it which way it goes. But make sure the arrows are pointing up if you've never done this before. And there it is installed. Now here comes the last piece on the bottom before we put the disposal on. That's going to hold the disposal, and there's a rubber seal. It's kind of like a two-tiered cake, that seal. So put the fatter part on the bottom. So like a two-tiered cake as it would be facing upwards. That's how that rubber piece went on there. And just with your hand as you saw. And here's just a disposal outflow right there, obviously. And just a couple screws. This all comes with it. It's all part of the kit. And just you put it in there. You don't need any kind of adhesive or anything. Just screw it in. My sound effects. I couldn't get rid of the sound on there, so I just left it in. Okay, and then, yeah, now you just push it in, up in there. And this is what I demonstrated on my kitchen floor. You just push it in there, those two tabs on top of the disposal, into the open area on that metal flange with where my left hand is holding. And then just give it a twist, just a little twist as you see right there. That would be counterclockwise if you're looking from the top looking down, but you can see which way I'm turning it. And that's it, just a little twist about an inch and it holds it in place. And that actually is it. So I left the rest of it for any newbies out there, kind of like me. I've done a few sinks, but if you've never done any under sink plumbing, the rest of you can just tune out right now or watch the end because I show you where to buy that at my website. You can go directly with a couple clicks. You can get that and have it at your doorstep from Amazon.com in just a couple days. Really simple to buy. You don't have to go anywhere. It's got a great reputation, and it's very easy to install once you get the old one out. But here's so for you new guys that have never done any plumbing before, which I was not too long ago, you just put these back together. There's a compression fitting in there. You go back if you need to look at that before I tighten down those rings. There's a little thin plastic ring that goes in there, and that's what seals it. I use the old ones. You're probably supposed to put new ones in every time. I put the old ones back in. There it is. You can see it. See the compression ring, which is that little yellow band, and then there. Now that holds the compression fitting or yellow band, keeps it from leaking. So I use yellow ones and it worked fine, didn't leak. So I'm just putting everything back together here. Exciting stuff, but it comes in handy if you've never seen this before. And that was it. I briefly showed you how that was quick. I just had it all together, but you couldn't see much. But that was just the finished product. And here's the box that I bought it in. So that's it. And thanks for watching. You can read the rest. Good luck.